Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch something here called Let's Kill Uncle. Let's check it out. Our movie starts with a car crash. If you look closer, that's director William Castle. Pat Carty is that dead man's only son, Barnaby. There he is. And he's going to an island to live with his uncle. This is a police sergeant who's accompanying him there.
Your uncle's been delayed a day. This is a departmental authorization for me to remain at his house until he gets there.
Great! We'll get to spend another whole day together.
Well, that girl Chrissy and her aunt are also spending some time on this island. You might remember her from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Company, I guess. Yes, it does.
The island has some strange characters on it, too.
Catchman, what the hell are you doing in here?
I heard you were having company. I brought you fish.
Barnaby and the sergeant share a room also.
Yes. I'll show it to you sometime.
He kind of idolizes the guy.
I'm glad they assigned you to bring me all the way across the country, Sergeant.
But there are a few places on the island where you have to be careful. Now, Death Beach is full of sharks, and the hotel is very dangerous. It's old and falling apart, and I want you two to stay away from it.
Who's your mother?
Here's the dilapidated hotel you're supposed to stay away from.
What was that? How do I know?
They get separated. He's just trying to scare her, see him? There's an old swimming pool out back, which, believe it or not, has a shark in it. She gets out in time. It looks like the sergeant, Frank, and
Now you can forget about the
Justine
that you keep on the mantle.
might have something going on.
Left you? You don't know what you're talking about, Chrissy.
Hello, son. I'm sorry I couldn't get here.
Uncle
before.
Kevin
It's always
arrives.
here to meet you.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just glad you're here now.
Hello, young lady. What's your name?
Chrissy.
Hello, Chrissy. It was used.
He brings the boy a
and will
medallion,
still be used by members of the triad.
and he's actually trying to hypnotize him. We'll find out why soon enough.
The word.
The next thing you know, Barnaby is wandering up on a cliff. He doesn't look quite right. Has he been hypnotized?
Barnaby!
Well, they get to him before he falls. Bring him back, and he comes to.
Where's my uncle?
He's out looking for you, son. Why?
My uncle took me to the cliff. He's trying to kill me. You've got to help me, Sergeant. My uncle's trying to kill me.
Barnaby.
Simple instruction.
Barnaby is right.
Wait 15 minutes. 20 paces along the path. 20 paces to your left. You were doing so beautifully. Another 20 seconds, you would have been over the cliff. But I give you my word that you're safe here. But it is
The uncle will get the $5 million if Barnaby dies.
Broke. You're a charming child, Barnaby. But $5 million charming, you're not.
A game?
Yes, exactly. For perfectly understandable reasons, I would like something to happen to you. For equally understandable reasons, you would prefer that it did not.
Child Barnaby. But $5 million, charming, you're not.
Why did you tell that to Sergeant Travis?
Chrissy doesn't believe him,
He wouldn't believe me.
but she comes around quickly.
Barnaby, your uncle's trying to kill you, right? Well, let's kill Uncle first. Barnaby, don't you see? This whole island is just covered with toadstools. There must be thousands of them. All poison. That's brilliant.
Famous for my
So they brought toadstools.
I'm sure they're delicious.
and pass him off as mushrooms.
But I'm just not used to rich foods.
How simple, how direct.
And they watch intently as he eats them. And a few minutes later,
Barnaby, you wouldn't. Not in Switzerland.
but it's a ruse.
Poisonous toadstools do resemble mushrooms, dear children.
Sergeant's gun is missing.
This is very serious, Barnaby. Where's the sergeant's gun?
I don't know. I didn't take it. I don't know.
Sergeant's gun today.
Barnaby, I took the sergeant's gun last night when it looked like the toasters weren't gonna work.
You took the gun?
Well, Barnaby's collecting a tarantula that they're going to use against the uncle. But all of a sudden, somebody starts a fire that surrounds them. And as luck would have it for the kids, the skies open up and foil Uncle's plans. So Barnaby is able to let that tarantula loose in the room, but Sergeant finds it first.
What's the matter?
Fuel tank's empty.
On a plane ride, Chrissy
You've
messed
been
with the
very
fuel
busy
tanks.
Today, Barnaby.
I didn't touch your plane. I didn't go anywhere near it.
Wouldn't I?
But he had a reserve tank, and he figures out that there's no way Barnaby would have done it.
Chrissy? Yes, Chrissy, of course.
They're back at the hotel later, being watched.
Barnaby, I locked it. I can see you, but you can't see me.
He's eventually able to capture them both,
You? The shark in the pool?
and he's stealing their
There was a chance
shoes.
that you might accidentally fall in before I got here. No time.
He's trying to hypnotize them again.
Question of temperament? I don't know either. But that's what my brother told the lady who owns the
You
transport.
want to
My
sleep?
stepmother now.
Sleep.
Don't sleep, Barnaby. Please don't sleep.
Water's edge.
He's gonna put their shoes by the
In
pool.
morning, where you went swimming.
Hypnotize them both to
They
fall
were
in.
warned about the sharks. Your little bodies will never be found.
So hypnotized, he walks out to the pool.
And now, Chrissy, it's your turn. When I count 3, you will awaken, you will see me, but you will no longer be afraid.
But Barnaby wasn't hypnotized. He's able to get out though before the shark gets him too. But then he up
No
and
need
decides to
call
quit.
alarm the others. Here's the key. Bye, Barnaby. Take care of yourself. Bye, Chrissy.
And away he goes.
I'll miss you, Uncle Kevin. I really will.
All right, let's talk about Let's Kill Uncle. This is a movie I've actually wanted to watch for many, many years. It was available only on bootleg discs and tapes for quite a long time until Kino put this out. God, I want to say like in the last year and a half or so. So I'm glad they finally did. It got the Blu-ray now. So anyway, what this is a movie starring Pat Carty. You might remember him as the star. He played Vernon Potts in Twisted Brain, otherwise known as Horror High. That's where I know him from. I watch that movie at least once a year. I love that movie. Watched it since I was a little kid, and I've watched it today, actually, a double feature with Let's Kill Uncle. But anyway, he is I think he's 15, maybe he's 12, I don't know. But anyway, he's a boy. His father dies in a car crash, and he's an only child, or I guess there's no mother either, and leaves him $5 million. So for whatever reason, he has to go live on an island with his uncle. So he gets taken there by this police sergeant guy. And there's 2 other people on the island as well, or 2 other visitors, I guess you could say. A woman and her niece, who's about the same age as Barnaby, Pat Carty's character. Well, anyway, once he gets to the island, there's kind of a cat and mouse with his uncle. He's staying with his uncle, played by Nigel Green, I think is his name. Turns out Nigel Green wants to kill Barnaby because if Barnaby dies, then he'll inherit that $5 million. And to top it off, he doesn't even deny it. Early on in the film, he shows him this medallion and he tries to hypnotize him, which does work. And he was going to get him to walk off of a cliff. There's big cliffs on this island, and fall to his death. And he almost does. And of course, right away he's like, my uncle tried to kill me. My uncle tried to kill me. Nobody believes him, of course. But then he tells that to his uncle, and his uncle's like, yeah, that is exactly what I was trying to do. And he turns it into like a game. He says, well, you know what? As long as we're in the house here, I won't do anything for you, or I won't do anything to you. But outside, fair game. Now, he also realizes that, by telling him this, Barnaby's going to come after him, too. So Barnaby shares his information with Chrissy, the girl, and they devise, well, let's poison him with some mushrooms. So they try to do that, but he recognized, or toadstools, I guess, where he recognizes those, doesn't eat them with the steak dinner that night. And it's back and forth. He puts a tarantula on his uncle's bed, which doesn't work. His uncle tries to burn them in a fire. That doesn't work because it starts to rain. There is a shark in a swimming pool outside. Later on, he tries to hypnotize him and push him in there. But however, then Barnaby turns the tables and pushes him in the pool, but he gets out before he dies. And at that point, at the end of the movie there, he just basically says, you know what, it's a tie. And he decides to leave. And it just ended very abruptly like that. It's like they didn't even know quite how to finish the movie, but that's the movie. So Barnaby survived, Chrissy survived, the uncle survived, and he just flew away in his plane. That's it. So anyway, that is Let's Kill Uncle. It was directed by William Castle, who did a lot of cool stuff, including the movie Shanks, which I have in my collection as well. I should review that at some point. I think he did that... The Tingler. He did that one too. And he was a showman. He did a lot of things like putting buzzers under seats and stuff back in the 50s and 60s. That's just the kind of director he was. So, but anyway, that is Let's Kill Uncle. Again, I'm glad they have this Blu-ray out there now. That does feature an interview with Pat Carty on here. I'm actually Facebook friends with Pat Carty too. I chat with him every once in a while. I'll leave a comment and he'll comment back. But yeah, it's a cool movie. It's just a fun movie. It's kind of crazy. Just love the Technicolor aspect of this. It looks cool. It's just, again, it's tongue-in-cheek. There's a little comedy in there. It's a black comedy, a dark comedy as well. So, but it's a fun film. It's a little batshit crazy, but it's fun. So check it out. Let me know what you think about it. It's called Let's Kill Uncle. Relatively brand new release from Kino. I'll leave a link down below if you're looking for it. And look for it. Get it. Click that link and buy it and put it in your own collection. Then tell me what you think about it. Watch it. Bye.